What's up, guys? Today, this has been requested on the comments a lot. I made this Milwaukee Subcompact impact driver. I took out the heck, added a 1/4" anvil. It had a little bit of modifications to do to the anvil I ordered from Great Lakes Tools. It was like 35 bucks. The tool, $99. So Milwaukee's coming out with, in August, they're coming out with their new Subcompact impacts. This one I made as well. It was an impact driver. I put a 1/4" anvil in it as well. Very simple, very easy, no modifications. It was just the hex right here. It's a little tricky. You got the lock snap inside, the lock washer inside. You got a snap ring behind it. Taking this all out. Here's the tools you'll need. I used 2 picks, your snap ring pliers, a pair of vice grips. You'll need a Dremel. I used my small Milwaukee belt sander to modify the anvil for the new Subcompact. But I'll tear this apart, show y'all how I worked on the anvil, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, here's the anvils. They're the same anvil from GreatLakesTools.com. That's where I got these anvils from. Go to their website. They got anything and everything you'll need from Milwaukee Tools. But what I did here is, if you look close, where I had to get my belt sander and I grinded the flange down a little bit on each side. I had to shape it down on the top too, just a little bit on the back side of this flange, just to make it fit inside of this Subcompact. It's a little bulky when you put it in there. So if you look here on the original, when you put it in, it's a little bulky, so nothing mashes up. So you got to shave the back side of that flange a little bit, just match it up. The original hex flange that it comes with, you can match your anvil up with it when you order one, and just go from there. On the ears, shave the top of the ears down on each one. Mine isn't quite perfect, but hey, it works. I'm not over there trying to bust, big nuts or nothing like that. Just working on underneath the hood or anything like that. It's real simple. It's not hard. Some of y'all might have better setups. I literally had to hold it by hand with my vice grips and sand it down. But hey, it worked. I made it work. So what we'll do, we'll put this back together and I'll show y'all a little bit more of it. Here's where I got all this idea from was Man Caver Tools on YouTube. He made the Frankenstein a few years back with this 2853-20. And I took the hex out of it. I had to Dremel the inside a little bit and put a 1/2" drive anvil in it. I use this at work constantly, non-stop. I use it at work all the time, working on centrifuges, working on pumps, whatever it is I'm working on. That's what I use a lot. So I got the idea on this for a 1/4" drive. So I got the newer model impact driver and went ahead and just easy swap. Once you get the hex and everything out, slide this in, put it back together, you're good to roll. A couple other guys have already done this on YouTube. I've seen they actually did it on the older model. This is the older model, so that's the one they used it on. I got this, swapped it out real quick. Then this came out just recently. As far as I know, I'm the first one to build it. I'm the first one swapping it out, first one to use it like that. It's been really handy. I've worked on my OBS, I've worked on my Duramax, just little odd and end stuff like that on it. It's really, really nice. My dad's a diesel mechanic, so I'm probably just gonna give him this one. Let him have it. He'll really enjoy it. I think all y'all will enjoy this. Once y'all do the little modification. And honestly, with Milwaukee coming out with the new Subcompacts and 3/8 and 1/4" drive, this is still cheaper. I got this for $99 and this was 30 bucks. They're selling theirs for over $200. So imagine that, that's where we are. So I'll put this back together and we'll go from there. just like that when you get it put back together. Like I said, it's great. It's going to be smaller than the new ones that they're coming out with, the new subcompact fuels that they're coming out with, the 1/4 inch and 3/8. It's still smaller. I was up underneath my hood, changing out my batteries on my Duramax, and not an issue. Taking the fender well screws out in between the tires. If you need to get under there, I did some work on my OBS. Inside under the hood, and it gets anywhere you need a lot better. And I ain't trying to hate on them. They're gonna be pricey. They're a little bit bigger. They're gonna be the same size as this. The new subcompacts are coming out with, they're gonna be the exact same size as these. So, and to compare it, there's your comparisons. That's how much smaller these are with the hex out and an anvil in it. But it's been great. I really enjoy it. After doing this and this one, I saw these coming out and I was like, next tool to cross over. So here it is. I'll leave the links for the anvil for GreatLakesTools.com to get the anvil. Y'all can order the anvil from there. Other than that, man, y'all need any information, just comment and let me know. I appreciate y'all.